Hey everybody, the Boost Guy here. I wanted to apologize. I recently deleted a video that I did create for YouTube and everything. I didn't feel that. I already had like 7 or 8 viewers for it, which was pretty positive for just for a few hours being it posted and everything. But let me get one little disclaimer out of the way. Number one, sorry about the noise in the background. My AC unit is out waiting for somebody come in tomorrow in the morning to get it fixed. So there's going to be some noise, so I apologize for that. Secondly, again, I've said this around the start when I wanted to try to do all this and everything. Number one, um, I just like playing around with my phone, doing screen recordings and just using the cam and everything. So I'm not a tech reviewer. I don't have some type of connection with these companies and stuff like that. I just basically I'm like most people who are already on the internet. We already, get a little info from this website, get a little info from YouTube and everything, compile it together, and just form our own opinions. That's me. So, getting ahead now, being that my main carrier that I'm with is Boost Mobile and everything, we're into the second quarter of 2017, and Boost is already planning to release 4 brand new phones, and starting with the Samsung Galaxy series phones, we got the Galaxy um, J3 2017, you got the Galaxy J7 Perx, and you got the Galaxy S8 that's going to be coming out. And last but not least, the ZTE Prestige 2. Um, a bit a bit of an upgrade um, from the first one, but that's not in this tonight's discussion. Tonight's discussion happens to be about the J7 Perks and some of the downgrades that this phone has taken, um, and my opinion in the conclusion of all this. Um, Now the J7 Perks is already available at Sprint.com on contract if you want to deal with them. If you want to deal with Sprint directly, it's not available at Boost and Virgin just yet. That is going to be released on the 17th at a retail price of $200, which I think Sprint is already selling that phone at $260. So, needless to say, um, the main thing about some of the three major changes, downgrades that have came to the phone, was to the processor, to the main camera, and to the SD card expansion. Starting with the camera, I'm assuming that's going to be for Boost and Virgin. The camera had been downgraded from a 13 megapixel to an 8 megapixel. The front will stay the same at 5, so there's no changes to that. The chipset on it has changed from a octa-core processor to a quad-core processor. I'm not sure exactly which Snapdragon kind. You just have to go online, but I do know that the original J7 was an octa-core, and now the new one is a quad-core. Last but not least, the SD card expansion I think took even worse of a hit on the downgrade. When the original J7 was 128, and now it's going all the way down to 32 gigs. Now, I seen this on a particular sheet that's already on YouTube by Dragonic Warfare. He's a very good pay. He's got very good videos out, more informational than what mine are. I'm assuming he's either a manager, he works for Boost Mobile Store. He could probably answer more of your questions than I can. I've been with them for a long time, and I don't really know the technical side. To Boost, but I could probably answer most of the questions. Um, now, um, like I said, the original J7, Their main specs was a 13 megapixel main camera, 5 megapixel front, um, of course, the 16 gigs of memory and a 2 gigabytes of RAM and everything with 128 gigabyte SD card expansion and basically an octa-core processor. Um, with the new one coming out priced at $199.99 and the original J7 that you got out on the market at $149.99, I'm trying to find out which would be the best bet for anybody to buy. I mean, personally, it's me. I use the LG Stylo 2. Um, I like my Stylo 2. I'm not looking to upgrade at any given time. If I do upgrade it, I mean, I'm trying. I may go for the S8, probably the HTC Bolt, maybe a little something more, tad bit expensive, but you know. But on the other hand, though, I'm not sure whether it is something. I'm not sure. I mean, how everybody feels about the downgrade options that this new phone is offering. Now, the new phone does offer one big thing: is the LTE Plus offered by Sprint, and I think it was the 2x20 carrier aggregation, which basically you can use different other towers to pick up on LTE and everything. I mean, I don't know the real definition of it, so just it's more technology that I'm not familiar with at the moment, but still though it kind of sucks for some people who are looking maybe from looking up to upgrading from the original say J7 to this new J7, and I don't think people are going to waste money um, on the new one. My honest opinion. Now, honestly, now as far as most of the other stuff, especially like the camera on the phone and everything, I had my Galaxy S2 a long time ago, which was an 8 megapixel, and I have to say, they do honestly have superb quality pictures on the Samsungs. If you once you got the settings and everything set up just perfectly. Um, I'm not sure. Let me no, I better not. If I go into gallery mode, I got things I don't want people to see. So sorry about that. Um, anyways, my conclusion about this and everything is like I said, it's a bit of a downgrade from the regular J7. Money wise, if I'm looking into buying something that's downgraded, like that and everything, I'd like to know what the Galaxy J3 has got to offer when that gets released, as far as what their specs are going to be. If Boost Mobile or Virgin Mobile gets the J3. Um, One thing that really upset and fires me up the most, and I forgot to mention this from the start and everything, but let me just go ahead and include it in my conclusion, is the fact that with Sprint offering the J7 Perx on their network and everything, the one thing I could not understand is this, basically. Um, J7's Perx on Sprint's network basically gets to keep its octa-core processor and doubles up to a 256 gigabyte SD card expansion. So I'm not understanding, what the idea of everything is here, why this is coming about and everything. So um, I'm trying to keep my eye out and see what Boost Mobile's excuse me, specs for the phone is going to be if they happen to release it on their website anytime soon. Not the main product profile, but the product support page for the phone. Sometimes they release that information 2 or 3, 4 days ahead of time when they're releasing the before they released the product itself onto the website. I'm gonna try to look into that and see how far this product is going to go as far as the specs and everything. So the biggest question now in the final conclusion is this phone worth buying if people are interested in it? You know, J7, the original J7 versus the J7 Perx. My honest opinion, you know, being that the regular J7's at $149.99, if you could find it, depending on where you want to buy it at. Excuse me, but that would depend on where you would buy the phone. Um, I don't know. I mean, it would, to me, my opinion, I wouldn't buy it. I'm sorry. I mean, if you're taking away so much just to put maybe a few new features into the phone, then I think anybody in their right mind would buy something like the J3 Emerge or the new J3, which doesn't cover. I mean, the cameras don't are not the same, and the RAM is not the same, but it's pretty much almost damn near the same. So that's pretty much my conclusion, and I'm the Boost guy, and thank you for watching, and peace out.